Corozal y Belize. No se pierda esta gran oportunidad de gran ahorro en materiales de calidad. San Isidro, construyendo la casa de sus sueños. Meats. Meat makes the meal. We offer fresh pork and beef cuts and a variety of quality processed meats. For your breakfast, lunch or dinner, Gillette's Meats makes it tastier. Our fresh deli offers daily pork hams, turkey breast hams, Italian sausages, sliced bacon, butt bacon, smoked pork chops, and smoked ham steaks. Our prime cuts, spare ribs, baby back ribs, pork chops, ribeye steaks, cowboy steaks. Our pack cooked salpicon meat is a must try. Grab our daily fresh crispy chicharron and ask for our Christmas ham. We carry it all year long. We do it to help you to make it much nicer, faster, and easier. We are open Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are open on Sundays too from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Call us at 322-3486. WhatsApp at 610-4061. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. We are Gillette Meats. Come, visit us. We are on number 18 San Antonio Road. Gillette's Meats. Meat makes the meal.
All Belizeans in Belize and around the world, stay tuned to the number one talk show, Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza for reliable information, dependable talk shows, breaking news, and the most impacting topics of discussion. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza on Power FM, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. Let your voice be heard. Call 673-234 or text 661-2721 or visit our website www.powerfm955believe.com. Start your morning with Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. Despierta Belize con Sunny Baiza. And get informed.
Warm home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Warm home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Una vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Bueno, son ya las 8:02, las 8:02. Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, Orange Walk, buenos días, Corozal, buenos días, Belize. Estamos en el segmento Despierta Belice. Y claro que sí, una vez más, thank you again. Man, I'm telling you, so much things going on, so much things happening, and so much things are changing in the country of Belize. And I want to say that as long as we really ease off on the pressure, then things start picking up again. Pero yo solo quiero darle gracias primero a Dios por todo lo que hace en nuestro país. I want to give the Lord thanks for everything that He does for us in our country. Yesterday, as they were inaugurating the Remate bypass, and as they were inaugurating the Remate bypass, and the people of Pachacan, the people of Pachacan, of Yochen, Chanchen, the people of Cristo Rey, the people of San Pedro Corozal, these people were so happy. Man, they counted the stories of how that road stands, how that road used to be in these hot weathers, and the dust, they even feel different, hasta se sienten diferente de estar viendo los pastos en los patios, los árboles, que en estos tiempos debía que ser blanco por el polvo, las casas, y cuánto era el sufrimiento que había en ese tiempo. Pero gracias a Dios, thank you, Lord, for making the difference in those people's lives in the villages. For those of you who know the area, I remember going there, and there were some beds of dust that were at least 18 to 24 inches of dust, 18 a 24 pulgadas de polvo. I remember having one of the best days of my life on that road when Chel took me on that road. Cuando me llevó Chel en ese camino y me dice, vamos vas. Está bueno el camino, man. Yo acabo de pasar allá. And I said, boy, ese camino está lleno de polvo. That piece of road is full of dust. He said, no, man. I just passed it last week, boss. Pero cuando los metimos ahí, man, como cuando los metimos ahí, sí, era un desastre. But God is good. And those people are having better roads. And with me this morning, definitely a man that is fighting a cause for the people of this country. Last week, I missed out last week. He never called last week at all. But one thing I can tell him this morning is a special good morning to you, Mr. Rennie. And thank you for being on Power FM. And I want to say this, Rennie. No, you could use the Remate bypass, which is a beautiful piece of road. Yeah. Cut your time. Make time, money, no wear and tear, no rough up by your vehicle. And most of all is that you'll reach the border faster. For meet those wonderful immigration officers.
And we have to shorten the time that the border too. To make it perfect. Right?
Morning to you, Mr. Reddy.
You can't reach there and then reach the time, line the way around the car wrong with the soldier in there, right? No.
Yeah.
You want to make that thing disappear too. So when you reach, you just pass.
You just pass. Really, but I just want to tell you, man.
Pass. You show them ID. Look at. Go across here.
I must say the Remate bypass, which will be renamed. Next week Wednesday, a cabinet will be meeting, and when cabinet meets next week Wednesday, Prime Minister John Briceño has announced that the name of the Remate bypass will change. They will find a name for the Remate bypass, and they will honor the Honorable Valdemar Castillo as being the representative of that area for 35 long years of Corozal North. And he was one of the men that tried so much fighting for independence, and after fighting for independence, fighting for economic independence in the country of Belize. And Mr. Valdemar Castillo got funds for that route to be paved when he was a minister. At the same time, there was a change of government. Those monies were shifted again. And he got another amount of money when he was in charge of the sugar industry, Minister of Sugar Industry. And he got some monies from the EU. And tampoco no se hizo el camino porque no terminaron las negociaciones. But this People's United Party administration, Mr. Rene, did what they had to do, and hats off to all those, especially the female Ministry of Works, who was the engineer, another female engineer. Man, I was so proud to see this young lady go up and pick up her award yesterday from the chief engineer of the Ministry of Works. She was praised by all in doing what they are doing. Works done on the Philip Goulson Highway and the Remate bypass, which will be changed to the Valdemar Castillo Highway. It's so wonderful, Mr. Rene, so wonderful to listen to these things. But Mr. Rene, immigration.
So we continue the fight against, or for more independence, right? We continue fighting against the old colonial laws that they left us with, and they have not changed. So as we are fighting, we see that the government is listening. Maybe not totally yet, but you have seen some difference at the border. I don't see the arrogance oozing out of the officers when you reach to the booth or you go inside, right?
They're changing. They're changing.
As for me, right? Yeah. I don't know. I know
No,
about 2 weeks ago they returned 2 Belizeans at the border. That they reported to me. That there was a line and they returned. But I want to know why would you return a Belizean coming into Belize to go inside? What would be the problem? What would be the cause? Why should you? Can you do him something? Did he do something out of the way?
Yeah, you see, the good thing is the good thing is that we have to find out why. Because then, not because we speak Creole and we speak English.
But they shouldn't, Johnny.
You know, because we
as
have.
long as you have your ID, they shouldn't.
Yeah. But if you don't have, then.
But if they know you,
yeah,
still
if you don't have. I believe for safety of the country, and then right now, you know, the borders they're hot right now.
Or because your permit expired. In fact, that permit they shouldn't sell it to the Belizean people anymore. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's
No,
they
time. Should. They should give you a chance to go across. If you're going, even if your passport expired or not, it proves that you're a Belizean.
Yeah.
And then you have a good Mica card.
Yeah.
Then you can go into Mexico.
That's the Mexico problem. That's not their problem, right?
But they have to because of the protocols I believe that they signed. I will be speaking to an immigration officer, and I will be asking more questions. I want to say thank you to some of them that meet me and have said, "Boy, Sani, not all things are how you guys say it on the radio." I said, well, I asked you to come, and then maybe you can fix it for us. You can. He said, because the laws are there. Sometimes it's not the immigration officer, it's the laws. I said,
have we said the law isn't there?
Yeah.
We said the laws is there.
The law is
we
there.
said.
Yeah, the law is there. And then...
but what I have said is when a law is unjust, the thing is to disobey it.
Yeah,
the best thing to do is to disobey
But they
it.
can't. We can.
Yeah.
As citizens, we can disobey.
Okay, so if we disobey it and they take us to court, then we
Yeah,
bring it to the
well,
national attention, to
Yeah,
national
yeah, yeah.
attention. right?
Maybe that's what
That's
what
what
they have
I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah, to bring it to national attention. But Rennie, people are learning about this. I want to say that people are learning. People are
They are
saying,
listening, Sonny.
Yeah, they are saying, boy, Sonny, ¿sabes qué? Lo mismo a mí me pasó. Cuando yo fui en la frontera, esto me pasó, esto me pasó. Y la cosa es que todos los immigration officers, nos deben que proteger a nosotros. Por eso ellos están ahí, para proteger al beliceño y proteger este país de cualquiera persona
darte la bienvenida a tu país.
que entre ilegal. Y también no porque tú estás ilegal en el país de Belice y eres productivo, deja a esa persona,
Seguro
man.
que sí.
Porque hay gente que están aquí hasta 10 años, están trabajando en Belice y solo porque tal vez
No hacen nada contra la ley.
no hacen nada en contra de la ley.
Son gente que siguen la ley al pie de la letra.
Y solo porque a veces tal vez quieren trabajar en sus papeles, tienen miedo.
Pero eso es otro problema que podemos ver aparte, Sandy. Pero esto de la inmigración aquí,
No, I'm
con
just
el
saying-
beliceño,
I'm just
con
saying
el
that-
beliceño, sí.
I'm just saying that how people
Sí,
are. and-
exactamente, pero digo con el beliceño. Sabes que con el ilegal es algo diferente, que ellos pueden hacerlo a su discreción.
A su discreción.
Pero que con nosotros no debe ser discreción. Es tu derecho.
Derecho,
¿Me
como
entiendes?
beliceños.
Es correcto.
It's a right.
Es
It's
nuestro
a right
derecho.
that we have.
Seguro.
Rennie, I sound Facebook, but I did not see it on the news. I checked Channel 5 and I checked Channel 7, and it was not on the news in regards to an incident that occurred.
Okay. Well, just
at the border.
Yeah. Make I tell you something, Sonny. I will explain to you why I know the immigration department is listening. Because a couple of years ago, I guess, at the Philip Wilson airport, I don't remember if it was a Colombian lady or a Brazilian lady, was coming into Belize, right, as a tourist, and the officer, which was a she, right, started asking her question, and she asked her if she had come to Belize to sell her body so she can maintain herself. And the Colombian tourist got angry, and she aggressed the officer. I think it knocked off her glasses, and some incident happened there. But the director at that time was behaving more like a Nazi product, right? And she took part for the immigration officer.
But
And sent out a message that she will not tolerate nobody disrespecting her officers. She didn't investigate and ask what happened, right? Why did the lady got so aggressive, the tourist, right? But the director jumped in and protected her officer. But now it's different. This Miss Tanya, I guess her name is putting this
Tanya
officer,
Santos. Miss Tanya Santos.
is investigating the incident. She didn't jump to protect the officer. Like if he has all right to do whatever he wants with Belizeans there. Right? And this is a Belizean lady or a national. She's a national. No matter where she was born, if she's a national, she's a Belizean. He has no right to do that. So they suspended him, and they are investigating the incident. So you see a difference in the immigration department.
Yeah,
How I get treated at the border right now is much different than before, Sonny. Right? But I'm not in here for myself, right? I'm in here for all Belizeans.
And that's and
Belizeans
I
was
want to tell you,
treated.
and I want to tell you that success is showing way, because like I said again, man, we have some wonderful immigration officers. I know Alayo.
I agree with you.
We have some great immigration officers, and I want to tell you, and I want to say this: the older immigration officers which don't have the education as these younger ones. I guess that is playing a big
I don't think so.
role. I believe it playing a big role.
I have been treated better by some older immigration officers than some young ones. Yes, one or two of them treat me already bad, right? One or two of them. Most of them treat me good. When I just read, look, I'm just going across.
But
here
Rennie,
whatever, right?
like I tell you again, the older guys, maybe then they never been interested much in the law. They were just like, like a lot of use your discretion. Boy, when you go on ready, when yeah man, and we did the talk to you, bam, stamp your passport.
The officers behave the way the supervisor tell them to behave, right? So that the supervisor, that the one was supposed to have common sense.
Everybody they try and
tell them what to do, right?
Everybody they try and mind their area. That's
it's
the reality.
It's the supervisor. Because I know I've been there in that area where the supervisor is, and I've seen them treat people like shit. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen Belizean people and Mexican people in there being treated like shit. I'm telling you. And all of those things got me riled up. That has me here on the radio station and at Borders doing what I got to do, right? And telling them that they cannot stop me. It's the Mexican job to stop me, not their job. When I come into this country, you must protect me, I tell them. And I stood strong until they listened. Because if they didn't listen, I would have to have done something like the last time, right? Get people together and go there. And we don't have to go through those things, honey, right?
I think Prime Minister John Briceño, who is holding the portfolio of Minister of Immigration since Minister Eamon Courtney went back to private practice, we are seeing a difference.
Yeah.
And again, I guess we are wasting a little bit of energy, Mr. Rennie, because we said last week we got together and we said, you know what, we have to write something. We got to write something. And I was a little bit busy this week. Mm-hmm. But definitely over the weekend I want to sit down and start writing a letter. And what is the main concern of us writing this letter is to ask Prime Minister that we are not a person.
They have to remove the law that
we are not a person.
Sonny, the main point is that
coming into Belize or a person leaving the country of Belize.
They have to remove the law that states that they can arrest you and charge you for coming into your country. That's the law that I am fighting against.
But
and
that's
once they
a person.
can't do that, they can't stop you from leaving.
That's a person.
Yes.
A person.
Well, it goes with it. It goes with it, right?
A person coming to Belize is an immigrant. A person leaving Belize is an immigrant. And it does not say a bit, a thing, nothing, nada, zero, about the Belizeans.
About the difference between Belizeans
and citizen of this country. I want to say a citizen of this country should be respected, should be properly taken care of, put a robe on him, a ring on his finger, and let us kill the fatted calf to receive him back in the country of Belize.
You know what the immigration laws is on it? When it starts, right? It starts putting the laws, and then it differentiates between Belizeans and alien. It do it. But when after they don't finish put the laws, it take one bag, and it take aliens and Belizeans also in this bag. Uno follow this law. You only separate it at the beginning, right? But when they finish, he put all uno in a one crocus bag, like what I say.
Who come out first? First.
And all uno have to follow the laws. Yeah.
No, we have to fix that. Yeah, that is what needs to be fixed.
People have been indoctrinated so long in this mental slavery that you have to check with the immigration officer when you go out,
Really?
check when you come in, that they not see it wrong.
Really, you know how much Belizeans, Americans there are in the United States? More than
250,000.
200,000
Yeah, I
Belizeans,
know.
Americans.
And what after the stamp?
And I will tell you something that you know, as much Belizeans, Americans come to Belize, when they are traveling from the United States of America, after they get the green card or they
Yeah.
get citizenship,
Yeah.
when they come to Belize, they don't try use American passport, When they are coming to Belize, they are so proud that they want to use the Belizean passport. They go and they don't bring no American, they bring Belizean passport, and still yet these people with their Belizean passports, or even if they were American passport and the American passport mark born in Belize, nationality Belizean, Belizean,
Yeah.
born in Belize, and still yet, So what I'm trying to say, Rene, is that when the immigration officers should see these people, and they should say, you know what, why I done 35 years, or how long are you in the States, miss? Man, it's been 20 years I've left my country. How long, why, but only 25, why 28, why 32 years I left Belize? Man, these people supposed to be welcome back, in their homes after 32 years of sacrifice. 32 years of being there alone, crying at nights. And no used to the cold, no used to the hot weathers. And still yet, Rene, sending the leave box, sending that money for pay light bill, water bill, sending money for school, sending money for this, sending money when they're sick, send money for this, send money for that. You know how much the diaspora send for the economic growth of this country? And when these people are coming into Belize, the Belizeans are treated so rough
Yeah.
because we don't got the law.
I know. When I made come back from States, he go bring me a paper make I
We don't
follow.
got the law.
I bring me a paper make I follow out.
We don't got the law. We don't got the law.
Then when I reach the airport, he mark foreigners and Belizeans. You separated, but you do the same thing, right?
Watch, I
You follow the
was
same rules.
I was going through my Facebook, my messenger last night when I came home, and I noticed that there's an American Belizean sent me one little thing and said, try save your call, save this is true, about a little girl that is needs medical attention, because it touched their hearts, really, and these people want to help.
Yeah.
Because they need $1,000 to make them go get medical attention in Cherumal. And when the Belizeans are reading these things, they don't know who that is legal, but their hearts were touched, and I know that they want help, and that is what they do, because no matter if you're the Creole, you're the Mestizo, you're the Maya, you're the Garifuna, no Quechua, Chinese, Hindu, but once you are born Belizean, we are many cultures, one nation, and we look out for each other. Until then, Rene, I want to say this. I want to see a difference when they come to our country, when we are leaving our country, and when we are returning back to our country. We want to treat
Well,
right.
that's what we are fighting for.
That's
son.
all I ask.
That's what we are fighting for.
That's all I ask, to be treated right. Rennie, you missed a part when you were going to the free zone. They wanted you to show a passport. You forget I was in the line when they hustled you.
Yes, I remember. That's what I tell you. They hustle me. They have one or two hustle me.
They hustled you.
Yes, one of them returned me because he got the bar down, right? I never want, because if I'm a guy, somebody who drive me, when I give me trouble, like, my girl give me trouble, they drive and I walk across, right? Make sure that they can't stop me. But I saw a return on a gun and I walked through the building. I still never check. What happened? Nothing. I'm right here.
Nothing happened. You're
Nothing
gone and you
happened.
come back.
I have to come back home.
Belizeans can't even go to the free zone. Well, actually, the free zone is not for Belizeans, Mr. Victor.
But they allow you to go in,
I want to say
they allow you to go in.
the free zone is just a privilege for Belizeans to go to the zone, but it is not for Belizeans. But one thing we have noticed that many Belizeans want to go in the free zone. And to me, I have said it to the Honorable Jose Abelardo Mai, who is the minister in charge of free zone. He's the big boss of the free zone. And I told him, I said, Mr. Minister, if people want to go to the free zone, I don't see why
not?
Why you don't give them the opportunity. Because the free zone needs a boost. And honestly, instead of going to Chetomal, and there are places in the zone that you can find your toilet paper, you can find your liquid soap, you can find clothes, you can find sandals, shoes, tacos, you can even get
Your rice and beans,
your
everything.
rice and beans, you know, everything. You want even drink your Belikin, and got Belikin in the free zone. Coca-Cola and Red Fanta, that's in the free zone. What I'm saying is this, Minister, if they go in, when they are coming back, they still have to pass the customs department.
Yeah,
if they have anything that is illegal, then is it the customs duty
To charge him
to
or
charge
take it away.
them, or they take it away if it's not legal enough to be in the country.
It's just like if you're coming from Chetomal.
Same thing. So he said, Sanito, we are looking into that.
But some people go into the free
are
zone.
looking
I
into
know they
that.
go into free zone.
Yeah.
And some people just go to the casino.
Yeah,
So
we are
they
looking
don't want to
into
go to Chetomal, just go to the casino.
Just want
Why
to
would you
relax.
need a stamp? Why would you need to check with the immigration for that?
Yeah, we need to, and
Even
they
if you're
go-
going to Chetomal, Sani, that's why Mexico has an immigration department there.
Yeah.
Because you can't go if you don't have your proper documents.
True.
So why would they stop you?
But if you have a passport,
If you need a passport to go into Chetomal, you need a stamp. So you
Yes.
can ask the immigration officer, you know what, I'm going to Chetomal, I need a stamp.
because that's the law between Mexico and
Yes.
Belize. If you don't have a stamp on your passport,
They will ask you for it.
and you go into Mexico, and they ask you where is the stamp for Belize, and you don't have the stamp, they're going to send you
They
back.
send you back, right?
All
So
right.
you go ask them, you know what, I'm
But
going to
if you
Chetomal
have a
and,
Mika card, if you have a Mika card, then you don't need to stamp your passport because you are not going to use your passport. It is just like when you have one of the permits. You stamp the permit because you have a Mika. If you don't have a Mika, you cannot use a permit. If you don't have a Mika, you cannot use the card.
that permit that they're selling to Belizean people is useless, honey. I think is a worthless piece of document.
Well, we talked about that. We talked about that already, and we say it again.
You shouldn't sell that thing to Belize anymore.
Revenues, the man say. Revenues, Mr. Rennie, revenues. I applaud you, Sani. The people are crying in Chetomal because of the killing of the police officer in Chetomal. Belizean isn't going. They said we build their economy. They should charge you, not take your stuff away, and the officer take it to their house. He said the officer take it to their house, so they cross it illegal also. You know, Mele, I always thought so too. You know, I'll be honest with you. I also thought so too. And Sani is an immigration officer now. Sanito is an immigration officer, and I want to tell you
You're also
something.
an immigration officer?
No, sorry, custom officer. A custom officer. Sorry, we're talking about immigration. He's a custom officer, and you know, when they take stuff, the other day they broke up so much bottles of whiskey, they burn up one container of shoes,
I don't think they should do that, Sani, man.
container clothes, brand new clothes. You know.
I don't think they should do that.
But because it was illegal, the customs department have to destroy these things.
It's ridiculous to
And
destroy those things.
and again, I spoke to the Honorable Jose Abelardo Mai, and I told the Honorable Jose Abelardo Mai, why they broke up all of them the cases of beers and contraband beers and all of them thing when they
Think
do.
you get revenue out of that?
Man, why don't you take it back to the free zone at least
Yeah.
and sell it, or make the free zone sell it, because
Reminds me
then,
of when I missed.
because if we take away 50 cases of corona bears on the road, but you have broke up 50
well,
cases
that
of
reminds
corona
me
bears.
of Tracy. No, the minister intended the Shatia lady.
Whiskies.
No, that with the Rosewood man.
When
When
they
I
burn
catch-
the rosewood. Burn the
What by your
rosewood.
brains, them man, I said.
But that is Belizean thing. And I get
Why
upset
did
for
they-
that. No,
yeah, I got upset.
it was not Tracy Taker. It was
No,
Alamia.
it was Alamia, right?
It was
right.
Alamia.
Yeah,
It was Miss Alamia.
Yeah.
For,
Sorry about that.
Excuse us, Miss Tracy
Yeah,
Taker.
no,
Yeah,
I was
Panton,
trying to
it was-
remember Miss Alamia.
it was
name.
the
That
honorable,
was ridiculous, honey.
Honorable Alamia who burned all that
That was a
rosewood.
ridiculous
Millions of dollars in
Yeah.
rosewood. Millions. When they could have carried the IT vets.
Yes,
They
exactly.
could have carried the IT vets.
Make
So the IT vets could have make
furnitures,
furniture for schools.
Definitely, man.
And offices
Ridiculous.
and government offices and all kind of thing. Men, watch, I get upset with that.
I get upset too.
I get very upset with that. I'm being honest. But yes, I want to say that Miss Melly, the Customs Department cannot take a single can of beer, and if they do, or a bottle of rum or anything that is illegal, and if they do, let's say I am crossing the border and I am bringing a case of beer, and the Customs Department will say, bam, take it away. And man, now at the same time, one of the big bosses they pass, and I go to the big bosses, and I say, man, you know what? I just passed the border and take away my leak case. Man, I just pop, he calls. Yeah, go pick it up. And when you go and get your thing, the day. You know what kind of problem that's a huge problem. Big problem, I'm telling you. So things happen and things don't happen at the border, and there are some bigger people than what we can think about, because sometimes these people have the right to bring it in. These people are ambassadors, these people are visitors, these people are just big wigs, and they
Well,
give them
they have a
privilege.
certain amount of
They get a
money
privilege.
that you can bring in duty free.
They get a privilege. They get a
You
privilege.
can bring in a bottle of whiskey. then
Yeah,
I'll
I
take it
just
off,
use me as an example, but please, no, you, but there are many things that can happen. But,
Yeah, but
but
the
yes,
cus-
Renee,
the-
and again we
the,
go.
The customs is a different entity than
Entity
immigration.
than the immigration.
It's different.
Different.
I give the customs the respect.
Respect, definitely, because that's their duty.
They can take it away from you. They
Yeah,
can
that's their
charge you.
duty.
and
That's their
that's
duty.
it.
No, that's their
Or
job.
they can tell you bring it. Okay.
Yeah, that's their job. Or charge you.
Yeah,
or,
they can do it.
Yeah.
So, what respect to them? What respect
Definitely.
to the officers that are listening and and using their discretion?
That's right.
That I could go cross and I come back and
Yeah.
I don't have no problem. I'm welcome. I feel welcome home right now when I come.
Yeah.
I have no problem, man. And when I go, I buck up already, like what I tell the guy who write us. Yes, I have had problem with one or two of them in between, but it's been quite a while that I haven't been stopped at the border, right?
Like we talk about the police. We talk about the police checkpoint right after
Yeah.
coming back crossing the border. The police checkpoint is always trying to watch who is coming in, and again, they always have their intelligence. They always have their intelligence, and they will say, you know what? Look at Rennie Cuello. Rennie Cuello is crossing the border. See what? Because sometimes they watch things, they watch movement, they watch things, and so that's another security.
That's another thing.
That's another
But
security.
that's why you have the customs, Papa.
Yeah.
The customs on
Yeah, but the customs is worrying about goods. The customs not is worrying about the people. And the police is there not for the goods. The police is there for the people. But they ask you questions to get fidgety and nervous, and then they want to see what they can do to you. But again, every security has its own its own
But
section to deal with.
security checkpoints, Sani, is not to be stopping everyone that pass. That only for suspicious people, suspicious vehicles, you know.
Belize.
And they shouldn't stop you. They should put you on a side and deal with you and not they stop the traffic, right?
Yeah, true.
Huh?
Many,
That's
that's a question. That's a question that when we say that they have these things, believe me, illegal. Anybody will have any party having Corona beers is illegal. Anybody drinking Corona beer in Belize is illegal. Anybody,
Well, I know that.
anybody who is having Dos Equis, Corona, any beer in the country of Belize, that illegal.
Yeah. Well, here right now, no Belikin, no
Yeah,
Coke, no
no
nothing.
Belikin,
That's how
no
I read
Coke.
just- This morning
I don't
read
know
it.
why. I don't know why. They haven't said why.
No, they haven't said why, but that's
They
how I
haven't
read
said
this
why.
morning.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
know, Sani, I know the laws. I know what
It's
what
illegal.
they can do to you, right? That's why, you know, when you do something and you risk it, it's on your own,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
But coming into your country is not supposed to be one of them, right?
Yeah.
You coming into your country as a stowaway, like I used to do once, you know, they hide when they come into my country. One time when I reached at the border, I don't have no permit, no passport. I didn't have a big pickup. So I tell, yeah, look, I'm going down, drive, right?
Hide.
And I got no man, I got in the back seat, I jump in the back seat and I hide. And the officer almost come out and check, right? And I was scared. But after I went and I was coming in, I was still scared. But I went adjusting my mind to those situations and I said, why should I be afraid?
But that catch me the last time.
Right?
But
Why should I
on
be
the
afraid?
Mexican side.
This is my country. I shouldn't be afraid.
It catch me last year's for Dina's birthday. We went to Cheromal, and when I reached the border, I not carry my passport, I not carry my Mika. So I asked permission because I thought I had my Mika in my wallet, which I always
Well,
do.
it's the Mexican side.
The Mexican side.
Oh, well, that's different. I'm talking
Well, I
about
don't know.
here.
I gone, you know, when we get the permission, at the border. I asked, go to Sani, they know me right away. Go there. When I gone at the thing and I open, man, I no have
That I it.
Mimika.
That you are risky if you go, right?
And I
All right.
said, and my two friends said, let's go, man. Let's go. Nothing no happen. And they got inside, pop, come out back, and I stayed in the vehicle, and we got an easy one. Ooh, we had some nice tacos and some drinks, and it was the best time in Chetomal that I can remember. Going with them, shopping, talking, laughing, talking all days. How when we were coming back. Now, when we were coming back last year in February, it was the first. They were just starting this thing, like, you don't just want to give your card at the ticket. You know, you have to come cross and park. And then the immigration officers were checking vehicles, that everybody exit the vehicle. Boy! No.
Well, you see, that you risk it, right?
Know what to do. I really no lie, man. I jump out of the vehicle and I do like if I want to use the restroom. And I just went to the restroom, and when I see the vehicle, they moved as I just gone to the next side, and I jump in the vehicle and we gone cross. Never again in my life I would ever do something like that. It was
But
the
you are
ugliest
talking
feeling.
about the Mexican side.
But it no matter. It no matter.
I'm
It's
talking
the
about
ugliest feeling. It's the ugliest feeling to cheat. It's the ugliest feeling to do something in that sense, Rennie. That actually you shouldn't do it. Sabes que no lo debes que hacer, pero siempre lo haces. So es una de las cosas más peores. Es una de las cosas peores para hacer. To try to think that you are dance the immigration. Just imagine
That is the Mexican side, Sonny.
but just
You know?
imagine if that
No,
would
it's
happen.
in your country.
Because
All right.
that was the 19th of February, and Dana's birthday is the 20th of February. Boy, just imagine if the immigration would have fooled me, they never make I come home. They must have been locked me. They locked me about what 2-3 days, which is like.
Then charge you.
And they're charged me. It
But-
doesn't matter.
but-
All of them think don't matter. You know
but-
what would have hurt me the most? That it was my daughter's birthday, and I never me on there with that.
Yeah, well, imagine that happening to you in your country, right?
It was my. And
Imagine.
I promised myself I when it comes to Dana's birthday, you know, I wasn't around when she was born, but I want to, as long as I am living, I want to be beside her on that day. I want to wake her up on her birthday. I want to be the first one to hug her and kiss her. And boy, esa vez y cuando crucé, I told my friends, never, ever, ever again I will ever do that.
But imagine, Sani, that happening to you in your country, in this side of the border, not the Mexican border. All right? If it's the Mexican border, well, you know you can expect that because you
Jeez,
in somebody
I said-
else's country. But your country,
I said, nunca, que nunca esto me pase otra vez, you know. So that is the situation, Mr. Rennie.
this is your country, Sani. That's not supposed to happen to you in this country. To no Belizean.
Rennie say it should happen to me.
It shouldn't happen to you in this country. If you run from the Mexican side, you're supposed to be protected. You know, the Mexicans can't come in here, but you could come in. They have to be checked.
Yeah.
Same thing like the Mexican side. They can run in, but you can't run in. You must be checked. Right?
Well, Mr. Rennie, one thing I can tell you that I feel good that many things are changing.
What we have to make the people realize and make them get out of this mental slavery. Because many of them think that it is okay for make you go up to, you know, big people, big time people, intelligent people feel like it is okay to just go there and make them stamp you and you need permission. It is wrong. It is not right. It should have been gone from 1981.
Yep.
When we got our constitution, when we got our independence.
Yep. So it is. So it is. So it is. And I want to say to all those immigration officers who know that Iran
It is wrong. Not because it's the law.
Yeah,
It is wrong.
It is wrong. And they use their discretion. Man, we are Belizeans, man. And let's say if this would have happened to a well-known family member of some immigration officer, you think that they may rough them already? No. No. No, you won't.
I don't think so.
You won't apply the law
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your family. You won't apply the law to such even if you're a junior officer, you be going to talk to the boss and say, man, this is my uncle, he really come and so and so and so and so and.
But
Then give them a break.
it's the supervisor. Because I've met some of them that are really arrogant men. Right?
And I have met some that are really good.
Yes.
Really good. I think I'm lucky, you know, Rennie. I think I'm blessed, you know.
Well, I fight for my blessing. I'm not blessed, but I fight for my blessing.
I think I'm blessed because then really I have the one time, you know when I get back with the immigration officers, it was already a change of government. The People's United Party had just won, and I mean COVID time, and they may just open the border. No. Before they closed the border, before COVID, before they closed after they reopened the borders, and I saw the former UDP Minister of Immigration, that was one of the biggest scandals in the country of Belize. And when this gentleman reached the border, the boss of the immigration, he never gone to the man office. They got tell him that Mr. Pena was out there. Watch out,
Mr. Pena was Minister of State.
Yeah.
The real minister of what is this guy name? Man of Steel, man. Commander me call Man of Steel one time.
Which man?
From
No,
Dangriga,
no.
man. From Dangriga, Stan Creek.
Halls?
Halls. Godwin Halls was the Minister of Immigration.
No, that never got with
Yes, man. Godwin Halls was the Minister of Immigration.
Anyway, but then the one with the big scandal was
Now, Mr. Pena.
was Mr.
He
Pena.
the Minister of State, I think.
But when they went and told the immigration officer, the officer who was in charge, that Pena was out there by the bally come out like a bullet, I said, well, and stated Mr. Pena is controlling things. Controlling.
Well, make I tell you what happened to me.
And I get upset and I tell him, what it's a different government, man.
Make I tell you something.
The man have to go catch line, the man have to go do things and like
Exactly.
no, the man they walk in there like if then the still government.
Well, what catch me when PUB may just come in, that made the COVID time, right?
Yeah.
And I had to go to the Merida for my operation.
I remember
And I had
that.
to almost beg for that thing because they had the border lock, right? And I had to almost beg for it to the director. They gave me permission. I had to go through the Honorable John Brisenio. And when I reached the border, I don't remember what the problem I had, that I had to call the Prime Minister. And he asked for talk to the immigration supervisor, and for make you see how arrogant they were at that time, sonny. You know that man, even though after the Prime Minister talked to him, still me look for ill treatment. I said, man, the Prime Minister just talked to no. For make you see, what part of me there?
Yeah. It's the way how thing is, Mr. Cuello. But I just want to say that those arrogant deeds
Well,
are behind us.
we don't know if they're behind us. You still have
I want to say
one
those
or two of them
arrogant.
in there. Right?
I want to say those arrogant deeds are behind us, right, immigration officers? Those arrogant deeds are behind us. One thing we want to do though is to keep the law. One thing I will ask you, no, please not to disrespect no officer. Not because you see the young rookie police officers who don't think on disrespect them. Please don't. If you see one young immigration officer, you think you disrespect them, please don't.
But you earn respect. They have to earn the respect.
We want
as
you
well.
to respect the law.
But they must earn the respect of the people.
And they too must
And they will
respect-
get the respect of the people. Right?
Yeah, they too. What happened at the westernmost border of the country with the issue what Mr. Cuello is talking about, we saw that, but we don't see it in the news.
I saw it on the news.
Channel 7?
I saw it on Channel 5.
Channel 5? Because
Yeah.
then I didn't saw, I didn't see it really, and
Yeah, it in Channel 5 had it.
I'm a big concern.
Yes, because they push the lady down and they drop and they knock your head. I don't know if it may bleed or what. They look like blood made up and they flew, no? I don't really know.
I didn't saw it. Fighting cartel threats. Mr. Rennie, immigration officer arrested.
Yeah. You see it?
Now, make you say what they said. The immigration officer has been arrested for the crime of wounding after allegedly assaulting a woman at the western border. Okay? Right now, we are see how this will work, Mr. Cuello.
Then things shouldn't happen, son. Imagine the Guatemalan students walking into your country,
Alright.
right? Walking without no kind of supervision
And
into your country.
It reads an immigration officer has been arrested for the crime of wounding. They should have given him. I think they should
Yeah,
give
they,
him.
they, have, they have a name in them.
They have a name?
Yeah, they have a name in
An
them.
immigration officer has been arrested for the crime of wounding after allegedly assaulting a woman at the western border. Allegations are that on Monday, a Belizean national was traveling through the western border when she began to feel frustrated at the pace of the officers who were processing her information. After voicing her discontent with Saul Lisby, the 48-year-old male clerk who had yet to stamp her passport, he allegedly approached the woman and shoved her, causing her to fall on the ground. Upon hitting her head, she became unconscious and was rushed to the hospital. On Tuesday, she filed a report against Lisby and he was arrested today. On Tuesday, before Lisbeth's arrest, we spoke with CEO of Immigration, Tanya Santos, who told News 5 that Lisbeth was placed on administrative leave while the investigation transpired. Here's what she had to say. Ms. Tanya Santos, CEO of Immigration. So I got a report last night that there was an incident. It may have been an altercation between one of my officers, an immigration officer, and a member of the public who was seeking service there at the western border. I subsequently saw a post on social media about this incident and further inquired from the officer in charge about the situation, who then went to investigate. And later on, between last night and this morning, I was able to confirm that yes, indeed, there was an incident involving an immigration officer and a member of the public, in which it appears that she was assaulted, and I say appears because this is yet to be determined. All right, he said, what was the report filed against the officer, or has there been any reports of her or instigating anything? Ms. Tanya replies, not to my knowledge. I do not know that she has filed a report as yet. I do not think so. But that is a matter for the police. But I can let you know that we at the Ministry of Immigration have already placed the officer on administrative leave while we conduct our investigations further. The reporter asked, and what, was there anyone else involved in the incident? No, nope. All right, and it doesn't say the part that you said, Rennie, that there was a changing of words between.
No, I didn't see that.
The lady. Was there anything between the lady?
She was upset because they were taking too long to process her or stamp her passport, right? And she was upset. I don't know what she said to the officer. She must have said something to the officer, right?
Yeah.
For the officer to come out and push her,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I say again that sometimes we don't know the troubles that these men are going through, the problems,
But your problems you left at home, son.
professionalism.
You know, your problems you left
You
at
don't
home.
do that, and you know, Rennie, even I think I mentioned it about 2 weeks ago, that even if sometimes the public would curse a police officer, if the public would curse a custom officer, if the public would curse an immigration officer, if the public would curse a public servant of this country, those public servants
Supposed to try to keep their
should
cool.
try to keep their cool. You know, we see
That's the way you avoid problems, isn't it?
yeah, and I think that's where these men and women need a lot of training.
Yeah.
A lot of I love to see police things on TV. And sometimes these police officers would run into ghetto areas, and these guys would just cuss up the police
I see
officers.
that, yeah.
These,
Why, but
you know,
terrible.
and even the women in America, you know, they cuss up the police officers,
Right,
tell
that
the police
ability happen.
officers all kind of things, and these men just stand up right there and keep their cool. They are there to do a job, and their job is for you not to cross, and you will not cross, and they tell them all kind of nastiness. And these men just stand their ground
You know,
in
Sonny,
professionalism.
I've been to the western border, right? And when I gone across 1 or 2 times, not much. Step on the side there. And I see one sign on mark right at the booth. No more 1 day pass will be given. Now, what's that? What do you mean no more 1 day pass will be given? Do I live in a concentration camp? I live in a BSI compound? Do I live in an encampment that I can't come out? Ask yourself that.
No more 1 day pass.
No more 1 day pass. Look, if I pass and Guatemala allow me to go in for your business, you just have to make sure when I come back, I'm okay. I don't need your help.
Yeah, well, I will, that is something we have to look at, really.
If I go cross that,
Very important. 673-2324 is the number to call. You could call us. You could be a part of this show. And definitely, we want to do that this morning, okay? We want to share with you. Because Penner is white, not because he was UDP. Anything risky that pimps your adrenaline is fun. Morning, Sunny. Morning, Rennie. So you have a great thought about that police checkpoint. Not all the time they are vigilant. Sometimes they are on their phone, and that's human. That's human. How comes when there is a holiday or a party and they have a lot of corona, no Belize Bears seen it? Okay, well, that I don't know if it happened that right now, if that is happening, but right now things tight. Things are tight, things are changing, and so it is. There is a time in Belize that we can enjoy all the Mexican beers that we want, and that would be el 15 de septiembre in Mateos Park in Belize City.
They give Mexican.
Yes, man.
What? Well, that agreement between
Yeah,
governments.
in Mateos.
But if you want to enjoy your Mexican beer, who gonna bought us? Who gonna chetomal, right? No, bring it in.
In Belize City, there's for the Mexican independence at the Mateo Park in Belize City. There's a Mexico night where they bring in all the tacos, they bring in all the Dos X, Corona, and they sell it right there at the park. Only one night. Only one night. Only one night. Noel listening from Ireland. What on my way to London? Power for the big blue. They say that of Ireland. What is got some Irish beer? We talked about beer
Guinness.
this morning. Guinness, yeah,
Guinness
Guinness,
Irish.
yeah, Irish. But Rennie, we are seeing a huge difference. And right now, Noel they traveled from Ireland to London, and there is an agreement in the EU right now that a train carry around no passport, no nothing,
Sani, I've said it from
No
a while
passport,
before. Where the government was looking to freedom of movement with no visa with the European countries, and somewhere around China or Taiwan. We don't need it there.
Yeah.
Only a few of us go there. We need it here at the Mexican border.
We understand Guatemala because we have a
problem with
Guatemala.
They have a problem with us. We don't have a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem between both countries with their. But the prime minister just came back from being with the president of Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he even wore a red tie. A red tie being a gift from the president to him, and he promised the first lady of Mexico, Alicia, that he will wear the tie that the president of Mexico gave him as gift, and he wore it in his presentation, the Prime Minister John Briceño, and you could see the love, you can feel the connection between Belize and Mexico. And I believe that so much Belizeans go that Chetomal.
But I don't want that connection to be with the officials. I want it to be with the people.
But that's why. But they have to start somewhere. And I think we do good. We are doing good, and we want to again the tariff for Mexicans to go back to Cheromal. I know that $35 again, $2.50 only.
It's supposed to be nothing. It's supposed to be zero.
Zero. I really want to see more stuff. I was there with the Honorable Florencio Marin in Escuela at the school here, the Adventist school, Belize Adventist College, BAC. And I just want to tell you that at BAC, I'm ready. They are doing processing, agro-process. They're doing their peppers. I'm doing pepper sauce. Their watermelons. They're doing juices, and the school is doing a little work. And the minister was so happy that the school is producing and doing agro-processing. And what he said actually gave me cold seed when he said that it is very good that the school is teaching these kind of works, because the next Placencia in Belize will be Sartenea. the next tourist destination, the next big sell, the next big marketing for tourism board. And then and a week before the opening, I missed the trip because I was doing my sugar cane. And the Honorable Anthony Mala was with the Honorable Florencio Marin going all the way to Sarteneja, visiting Sarteneja and seeing the potential that Sarteneja has in tourism. If tourism really started at Sarteneja, imagine how much Mexicans.
Exactly.
Imagine how much Mexicans.
You have to welcome the Mexicans right there.
Watch out, Sarteneja say, once you open Sarteneja door and make the Mexicans and come to Sarteneja, Rene, watch I'm telling you, you don't need no other market.
Exactly. I've been saying that for ages, honey.
You
For
don't
ages.
need no other market but just the Mexicans. Like how they call the Honorable Jose Abelardo Mai says in agriculture. He doesn't care about Europe. He doesn't care. He always here now. If Mexico open a door so that we can export everything we plant, all our sugar, all our rice, beans, eggs, chicken. He said we didn't even have enough to feed the Mexicans.
Listen to me. The Mexicans said that before the Belizeans said that. The Mexican authorities were writing a paper and tell the authority, I don't know if it's Kanako, tell the authorities, look, we don't have to worry about the white people tourism. Nothing.
Yeah, man.
Just the Belizean tourism. 40,000 Belizeans a month by 1,500 pesos. What so much money? 1,500 pesos? That's nothing, yes, honey. You talk about at least you can go to the mall with nothing less than 15,000 pesos, 10,000, 15,000.
The Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce has written to the Minister of Police, Karimusa, and asking them to please remove the travel alert
Yes.
that Belize has in Cheromal. Because there is a travel alert since the killing of the police officer and the violence that they expected to rise in Cheromal with the importation of the marinas and so from Mexico City and the federales and everything that came to Cheromal, and they expected that there was going to be a war between the cartels and the law enforcement. But thank God we don't hear nothing much. But then the Belize government under the Honorable Karim Musa has set a travel alert for Belizeans not to go into Mexico. Do not go to Cheromal. Do not go. No buyer na Chetomal. That's what the Honorable
They
Karim
only
Musa
could
said.
advise you. They can't tell you no for go.
Yeah.
They only could advise
That's
you.
a travel advice.
Go at your own risk.
Travel alert,
Alright.
travel advice. But now what happened now is that the Chamber of Commerce of Mexico is pleading to the government of Belize, pleading especially to Minister Karim Musa to remove the travel alert, because it is not what they think. Now, know what they think. You know what? Just there are 3, 4, 5 days that happened. The Cheromal is taking a lick. Chetomal is taking a lick, Rene. Once Belizeans don't go to Chetomal will take one lick. And then the thing is that the business people are feeling it, but the immigration, the Mexican immigration, keep disrespecting
The Belize people.
and I think that right there we're supposed to come in.
Yeah.
That right there we're supposed to ask Mr. Santana to make contact with those people in Cheromal and tell them, here it is. We could even assist. We could join Ono in the car so make them take out the travel alert. But Ono have to make sure that the Mexican immigrations respect the Belizean people and stop the Belizean people and chase us as a pues si no quieren regresense.
Yeah. No tienes reservación de hotel, no puedes ir.
No puedes ir.
Si hotel en Cancún lo consigues en cualquier esquina. En Playa del Carmen también. ¿Por qué necesitas una reservación, Sani?
You don't need.
Nunca necesitas reservación. Tú vas allá y consigues hotel donde sea.
You don't need. You don't need. And if you want to go, you like how you said already, when you want to go and you're going, you're going.
Llegas, agarras tu valilla o tu knapsack y te vas y consigues un hotel a donde sea.
When you want to go, you go. That's
Yeah.
the reality.
Right?
Cuando te quieres ir, te vas. Y cuando no quieres, pues no te vas. But the reality is, life is for real.
Yeah.
Life is for real. Renee, it's 9:07 and it's good for me we share this. What is the next move right now when it comes to betterment at the borders?
Sonny, well, I think we have to make the people free themselves from mental slavery. You know, this is just one of the problems that we have with colonial laws in Belize. This is only one, you know, we have more.
By lata.
So the people have freed themselves from mental slavery. I've studied reading on the Constitution and I see it. When you compare the Constitution with the immigration law, that's what I do. Sorry. You take the two documents and you read them. But you have to realize that your Constitution is the supreme law. No freedom is complete, absolute, right? No freedom is absolute because you can't take it for granted that you could commit one crime and go and run because you can't, right? That one way they could stop you. You can't come out of your country if you there as a wanted man, as a threat to national security, you know, as a man with a communicable disease, then go stop you. But then the only reasons they will stop you, not just because you're going cross and you're not going to stamp, and you're not going to stamp and they arrest you. Then they think that yes, then they think that colonialists and must go. As long as you could arrest one Belizean for come back in a country and charge him, I will have a problem until they say, you know what, we just arrest Mr. Renequeo at the border for coming in a country, then we're going to court, right? And we're going to fight it to the last. That's my fight.
Your fight.
And if people don't realize why they do it until something happened to them at the border, then once things will happen to them at the border, don't realize that already. You know? How humiliating it is for me when you reach that border, you can't come in your country. They carry you inside. They ridicule you. They can put you in a little room, you know, overnight. Then they let you go the next day, or charge you, or carry you to court. Then they think that no, that can't happen. So we must resist it. If they feel like I have to carry them the court for make them do that, I will not. I will let them arrest me and they take me to court. And I will not look on it. I tell you, I know I need a liar. I need a liar for go and tell the judge, you know what, Your Honor? I they come home. And I will not be charged for
entering your own
my
country.
own country. I went to the Constitution after that. No going to give me no colonial job. I will stand up. I will stand up, Sonny.
Definitely yes, Mr. Rene, and definitely yes, we want to share that. Rene, the fight continues, the educational campaign continues for the Belizean people, for us to realize that, hey man, 2024, with the talk right here, so, man, we 40 what? 42? We are 42, going to 43. Let us make sure that the laws of the country are there for the Belizean
benefit of the
people.
Belize people.
You know, that is why they had the consultations late last year and earlier
For the
part of this
Constitution,
year.
nothing come out of it, Sonny.
Yeah, the
Nothing
Constitution
come
of
out of it.
Belize. Know your rights. Know your rights.
I know my rights. They are not being respected at all, Mr. Chanona, right?
No rights.
I know my
And
rights.
especially in the immigration department, that
Yeah.
when you go at the border, the way how they do it, the way how they treat us. But it is not what the men and women in uniform wants to do.
You get
It's
ill-treated.
the law.
You get ill-treated on the Mexican side, and you get ill-treated on
It is the law.
Come
But
on,
well, I
man.
want to tell you something. Me fight even with the Mexicans. My wife get upset, Rene, or whosoever I am, they get upset with me when I talk to the Mexicans. I no got the fault my grandpa on this side. I was born in Belize. I love Belize. Never would I change Belize for nothing in my life. But as long as I want to go across in Mexico, I will go across in Mexico.
I should be free to go.
And yes, but my grandfather are
Until-
more
unless-
Mexican than my grandfather
unless-
war for Mexico.
Unless the Mexicans stop me, right?
My grandfather was one of the men fighting in the case war for the benefit and betterment of those same ones where we have the privilege today. And I always tell the public officers anywhere I go, I stand up and I fight hard for my PUP government, make no get job, and they don't know what track on the rough me up. Nothing wrong with no something, man. Never. This is where we.
But we are seeing some changes,
we are
Sonny,
seeing
and
changes.
I'm feeling quite optimistic right now. I think they are listening. I think we have a government that listens, right?
Definitely yes.
I guess so. So I'm feeling quite optimistic about the fight that we are doing for our freedom, no? For our freedom of movement. It's a very important freedom. It's a fundamental freedom, a human right, and a constitutional freedom, you know. People don't realize it, but it's a very important freedom. You must be free to move anywhere you want to go in your country and to live and enter your country like the Constitution says. Now, if Mexico gives you a freedom of movement in their country, then you can do it, right?
Definitely.
Then you can go there and come in, walk in and walk out. We wish we could do that, no?
Yep. He said, we have a travel alert here at the PP office in Florida regarding Belize. You know what we're going to say for Belize? Belize is a peaceful country. With this, Mr. Rainey, we got to say thank you for being with us this morning here on Power FM. We continue the war. We continue the fight,
Sonny, and I
we
will not
continue.
stop.
We don't stop
Right?
until
We
they
ain't
change it
gonna
in the
stop.
laws. We have
Yeah.
to write, though. We have to
Yeah.
write. All right? And if there's anybody out there that wants to
Right,
join this cause,
or then carry a quote. One and two there.
Ms. B, if there's anyone out there who wants to join this cause, for make we write a nice worded letter to the Prime Minister to let he gets the information that we are not subjects of England no more. We are no subject of British Honduras. We gained our independence in 1981. We are not immigrants. We are not an immigrant when we come to Belize.
Nor
And
immigrants
we are not
Belize.
an immigrant when we are leaving Belize. We are Belizeans. Belizeans at heart. And we
don't
love
need-
this country.
We don't need permit to enter our country.
We don't need permission to enter our country. That's what we don't need. With this, we got to say thank you once again for choosing Power FM. And definitely we're going to leave you with this one from Belusa Limited for all your consultations. Ready? You want to write your will? Belusa. You want left power of attorney?
Okay.
All right? Belusa. All right?
Yeah.
And definitely you make sure that everything you want to do, Belusa is the place to be. Thank you, Mr.
In the heart of Belize's corporate landscape, Belusa Consulting Limited is your trusted ally. From business registration to land title services, we navigate complexities with precision and care. Our team ensures legal compliance and reliable support for your needs. But we are more than consultants. We're guardians of your legacy, ensuring your dreams endure. Contact Belusa Consulting Limited today at 302-3239 for a thriving future. Trust in us, your partners in prosperity. In the heart of Belize's corporate landscape, Belusa Consulting Limited is your trusted ally. From business registration to land title services, we navigate complexities with precision and care. Our team ensures legal compliance and reliable support for your needs. But we are more than consultants. We're guardians of your legacy, ensuring your dreams endure. Contact Belusa Consulting Limited today at 302-3239 for a thriving future. Trust in us, your partners in prosperity.
En el corazón del paisaje empresarial beliceño, Belusa Consulting se ha establecido como su aliado de confianza, desde regir sus empresas hasta servicios titulares para sus tierras. Nuestra compañía atraviesa las dificultades de la burocracia con mucha precisión y cuidado. Nuestro equipo le garantiza la confianza y legalidad que usted se merece. Belusa no solamente es su asesor de bienes y negocios, nosotros igual le ayudamos a preservar su legado a través de generaciones. Contáctenos ahora al 302-3239 para un futuro próspero.
Under the leadership of Honorable Jose Abelardo May, from November 2020 to today, the Ministry of Agriculture has been transformed. As a trained agronomist, May understands the challenges facing our productive sector, and as a farmer, he is passionate about the growth of one of our most vibrant industries. The Sembrando Vida project is one of the bold successes of the ministry, the result of successful lobbying with Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Today, that project has positively impacted the lives of many of our small farmers through the contribution of agricultural products, technical and financial assistance. 60,000 assorted fruit and timber trees have been distributed, 20 biofactories have been built, and 2,000 farmers have received direct financial assistance to expand their operations. The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, moving forward with the leadership that works for our farmers, for the industry, and for the nation. When this government took office in 2020, the reality is that agriculture was dying a slow and painful death. There was no leadership in the ministry and no political will to guide or assist our farmers in re-energizing the industry. Today, under the leadership of Honorable Jose Abelardo May, the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise has done a complete 180-degree turn. The banana industry had flatlined under the previous government, but now we can report that the industry is poised to make a full recovery. In January and February of 2024, banana exports surpassed figures in 2023, 2022, and 2021. In just these first 2 months of the year, banana exports have already generated $13.9 million in revenue. This did not happen by accident. The ministry has good leadership and a solid team which is committed to the growth of the industry, which results not only in revenues for the country, but also in the meaningful employment of our people. The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, moving forward with leadership that works for our farmers, for the industry, and for the nation.
Sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, home, home, sweet home. Belize, sweet home Belize. Warm home, sweet home Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Desde los cañaverales de la capital azucarera, transmite la radio número 1, Power FM, el 95.5. Sintonízanos y mantente informado de los hechos y acontecimientos en Belice. Power FM, para lo último noticias y lo más reciente del mundo de la música. Power FM, tu radio de excelencia.
A great leader will always lead the people for a better future. Leadership is all about selflessness. It is about thinking about the goals of society before personal goals. A good leader will always lead by example. A leader who we can trust, one who put in the work. Tell your LV the love. Always there for the people. Warm hugs when she greet you. LV, she care for us. Tell you about quality. And she name no go mixing a dirt to the work with honesty. Miss LV, yeah. Do the work and she stay on the grind. She no go left the people behind. Intelligent, it's evident.